A big question mark immediately hung in the air as Jungkook and Jimin's discharge moment unfolded without the much-anticipated appearance. Where was Bang Si Hyuk? It's no secret that Bang Si Hyuk, the central figure behind BTS's success, often shows up during significant moments involving the members, either in open support or personal presence. But this time, when the two youngest BTS members returned from military service, his absence sparked concern, speculation, and even deep disappointment among ARMY. The return of Jimin and Jungkook had long been awaited. They appeared in full uniform, greeted by military staff and some media, hiding their faces behind flower bouquets while laughing shyly. ARMY's reaction around the world was highly emotional. Tears, gratitude, and mixed laughter welcomed the return of the two stars who had been on hiatus for over a year. Yet amid all that warmth, one unavoidable question arose. Why was Bang Si Hyuk nowhere to be seen? His absence became a serious issue because the discharge moment is not merely a military ceremony, but also a symbol of recognition for sacrifice and hard work. Bang Si Hyuk has long been regarded as a father figure and mentor who has accompanied BTS from the start. Therefore, ARMY's hope that he would show up to give direct support was not unfounded, especially since in the past, he has either been present or shown gestures of support for BTS members during important moments, whether in person or through other forms of attention. Concerns grew because previously, during Jin and J-Hope's discharges, the spotlight also turned to their personal relationships with Bang Si Hyuk. Although in some cases, presence may be limited due to privacy or logistical reasons, when it involves the two youngest members, who are known to have very close ties with the label and management, the absence of a figure like Bang Si Hyuk seems to send an ambiguous signal. Some ARMY members voiced their disappointment openly in online communities. "We don't need a big party, but even a small gesture from the chairman would mean a lot," wrote one user on Weverse. Another questioned, "Is their relationship no longer the same?" Some even viewed this moment as a sign of growing emotional distance, especially considering the many structural changes and business direction shifts within HYB in recent years. It cannot be denied that the aura of Jimin and Jungkook's discharge moment was heartwarming. Shy laughter, heartfelt speeches, and spontaneous jokes caught on camera made millions of fans smile. However, in that warm atmosphere, the absence of Bang Si Hyuk felt strikingly out of place. Many admitted the moment felt incomplete. "If only Bang PD had shown up, this moment would have been more perfect," said a fan on X, formerly Twitter. Furthermore, ARMY voiced concerns that this absence was not merely personal, but symbolic. This isn't about one person showing up or not. It's about how management values members who have fulfilled their duty to the nation, wrote a fan in a serious tone. Many also feared that Bang Si Hyuk's absence would mark the beginning of a new narrative, a widening emotional gap between BTS members and the top-tier management. Although many tried to rationalize the situation, citing a packed work schedule or internal reasons that couldn't be disclosed, there was still no official explanation, not even a visual hint, that could ease ARMY's disappointment. They wanted to know whether Bang Si Hyuk's absence was intentional or just an unfortunate coincidence, considering that Jungkook and Jimin are two highly respected and beloved figures in the Korean entertainment world. Their discharge moment wasn't only significant for ARMY, but also symbolically important for the industry. This is why Bang Si Hyuk's absence became more than just a matter of attendance. He was seen as an indicator of the direction of the relationship between BTS and the wider HYB management structure. Now, a wave of speculation is inevitable. ARMY continues to observe, search for clues, and hope for clarity. Was this simply a missed moment, or a sign of a larger shift in the internal emotional dynamics that were once believed to be very solid? One thing is certain. ARMY wants to know, and they won't stay silent. Because for a fan community that has endured, supported, and loved BTS for years, every little detail, including who is present and who is absent, always means more than what appears on the surface. After the massive wave of reactions to Bang Si Hyuk's absence during Jungkook and Jimin's discharge, a much bigger and more substantial question now arises. Are we really witnessing an authentic event? Or is this part of a deliberately constructed narrative? When the global public, especially ARMY, reacts with emotion, we need to step back and ask, is all of this factual, or just a neatly wrapped fabrication for a specific purpose? There's no denying that social media like TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter played a big role in spreading this issue. Short clips, screenshots, and opinion snippets emerged within hours of the discharge moment. But how many of us actually paused to verify the truth behind the circulating narratives? Have we been critical enough to distinguish between reality and the digital illusions purposely crafted? Bang Si Hyuk's physical absence was indeed not confirmed by any visual or valid documentation. But is that enough to conclude that he truly wasn't there? Or perhaps his presence was deliberately kept out of the public eye? In today's digital era, information can be easily manipulated, whether through narrative framing or visual context trimming. So it would be wise to ask further. Who benefits from the spread of this issue? Was the purpose of highlighting Bang Si Hyuk's absence merely to stir up drama? Or does it reflect a long-held dissatisfaction within parts of the fan community toward management? Behind an emotional and joyful moment like Jungkook and Jimin's discharge, could there be power dynamics, internal communication, and public expectations being tested? It's important to remember that the sources of information circulating so far vary greatly, and not all can be verified as true. Many of them come from unofficial media and personal posts that went viral on TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube channels. Thus, a deeper question arises: are we responding to facts, or being swept away by a narrative shaped by algorithms and majority opinion? As information consumers, we can't remain passive. We need to actively filter, verify, and analyze every piece of news we receive, including the issue currently at the center of heated debate. Was Bang Si Hyuk truly absent, or are we being led to believe he wasn't there? In order to create a wider space for speculation, we must question the intention behind every article, video, and circulating opinion. Are they truly delivered to uncover the truth, or simply to drive clicks, views, and social media engagement? Is this genuine concern for BTS, or just emotional moment exploitation for the sake of virality? In facing this flood of information, reflective questions become crucial. Do you believe Bang Si Hyuk was truly absent? Are you confident the news you read or watch fully reflects the truth? Is it possible that some information was deliberately hidden or even blurred? And more importantly, why are we so easily provoked by one photo not showing a certain face? The discharge moment should have been a celebration for Jungkook and Jimin. But attention has now shifted to a figure who wasn't even directly visible. This is both a fascinating and concerning phenomenon. Why has absence become more important than the member's presence itself? Does this reflect the public's overblown expectations of Bang Si Hyuk's role in every aspect of BTS's life? This is where collective reflection becomes important. We, as spectators and fans, must start getting used to questioning narratives. We must dare to look from different angles and realize that not everything viral is valid. Virality is no guarantee of truth. On the contrary, sometimes the things that don't go viral hold the deepest truths. More than just highlighting who is present or not, we must consider the values we truly want to preserve: transparency, informational fairness, and respect for privacy. Have we, as ARMY, been too demanding? Or are we simply upholding a culture of care and closeness that has long been BTS fandom's identity? In the end, we leave it entirely to you, the readers and observers, to assess. Did this event purely result from internal dynamics? Or is there media power shaping a narrative for certain interests? There is no single answer. But one thing is certain: skepticism doesn't mean indifference. It's the most rational form of care. We urge you all not to instantly believe every piece of circulating information, whether from social media or unofficial news channels. Truth must be sought, not simply followed. We must realize that in a world of ever-changing information, what's visible is not always what's real. Thank you for reading and considering. Now it's your turn to ask yourself, is this all real, or are we part of a script written by parties we don't even know?